R&B does all of their molding processes with virgin materials and very pure materials that are all certified. We at R&B, we do ISO 9000 certification. We maintain lot traceability and follow that all the way through so we can guarantee that the material is what it says it is. We do not regrind any sort of polymers in a house. So we can with confidence guarantee that the material is as pure as it is when it's manufactured at our suppliers. The polymers we use in semiconductor and high purity applications are going to be the ones that the industry is generally in demand for, which is going to be your PFAs, your polypropylenes, polyethylenes. A lot of these materials are requested specifically for their chemical compatibilities as well as their thermal processing limits. In general, a lot of these homopolymers and copolymers that we would be using for rotationally molded products that might be used inside the semiconductor or high purity manufacturing space, they're going to have characteristics that are going to be what's known as high strength characteristics, which is a very large area underneath a stress strain curve. A stress strain curve for, say, a PFA or a monomer such as polyethylene, it's going to have a very large area under that curve. And what that's going to do is that's basically telling you how much energy is required to create a failure in the material. And those values can be very high. So they're very ductile, they don't fail in a brittle manner. So if something does happen, if there is some sort of impact, you're not going to have a shard fly off and start floating around inside of whatever your processing tank may be. And that's one of the reasons why R&B uses these materials, is because of their industry known capabilities of being able to withstand the rigors of any sort of process. One of the other primary drivers of contamination is going to be the internal geometry of a container. Ideally, you would want the absolute smoothest container possible with the least amount of included angles inside of the container as possible. The rotational molding process, because it can bring together a very smooth, seamless tank internal and use a material such as PFA that has a lot of other desirable characteristics. We have our clean room ISO certified annually, and then we do our own internal checks to make sure that the atmosphere inside the clean room is underneath a certain spread of particle sizes. We do have standard operating procedures in place in our shop where any of the high purity products that we make, before they are sent out to an end user, we have a final stage that's done within a clean room where we will clean everything with an isopropyl alcohol, wipe everything down, ensure that this thing is completely free of any sort of contaminations coming out of our shop, as well as already using the 100% pure polymers to begin with. And once that's done and cleaned inside of our clean room, we'll bag inside of clean room certified bags, tie those off before we proceed to moving them through our airlocks and out to our warehouse for shipping.